In this episode, we want to talk to you about our favorite campgrounds.
Yes.
We had a bunch since we've been doing this.
Yes.
We're going to give you campgrounds that we really like. Some of them are free, some of them are first come, first serve, some are reservations. So the places we give you are going to be known campgrounds that you can search.
We're Rich and Chris. We hit the road in April of 2020, traveling on motorcycles. There are so many ways to get out and explore, but just remember, it's not what you ride, but that it's your ride.
First one is, it has to be one of our favorites because we've gone there twice.
Yes.
So it's Hidden Valley Campground in Deadwood, South Dakota.
Yes. You need to make reservations at this campground. We love the tent spots because they're in the way back of the campground, and then you're up against just some remote woods and everything. The deer love to wander through. It's peaceful and quiet at night.
It is.
There are some electric sites. Even in the tent sites, there's some electric sites. There are showers, water, and
laundry facilities.
And toilets. So
yes.
It's kind of the top tier of the campgrounds that we go to.
Yes. Also, we're not going to give you guys any prices on this because the price fluctuations have changed dramatically over the last couple years. So we'll just tell you if there's discounts for seniors or if there's a discount available.
Yes. So Hidden Valley Campsite is in the area of Deadwood and Sturgis. Beautiful riding. You can go see Mount Rushmore. You'll probably wander across herds of buffalo. There's the...
it's all the Black Hills.
Yes.
I mean, what can you say more?
Riding.
The Black Hills are just amazing.
Yeah. Amazing.
Another cool thing about this campground is that even if you get there during Sturgis week or in the middle of the summer, it's up in the mountains. So it's probably 15-20 degrees cooler than Sturgis.
Yes.
All right, our next one is Toppings Lake Dispersed Campground in the Tetons. Yes. And now this is a free site. I will give you those. It's free. This one's free.
Yep, absolutely. And when you camp there, you get beautiful views of the Teton Mountains.
They're stunning.
Yes, this one is very primitive. All they have is a vault toilet, and there's no water.
Two-tier to this one. There's a lower part and then there's an upper part that has that's this campground.
Yes, and it is right by the Teton National Park, so you can go visit Cunningham Cabin, which is spectacular, and then take that beautiful loop ride around. There's lots of hiking in the area. Just a fabulous place to spend as much time as you want. It
is. And convenient thing about this is you're in the Teton National Forest. You're in a national forest. You're not in a national park. You're just outside of the park.
Yep.
All right. Our next one is Lonesome Hearst Campground outside of Yellowstone National Park.
Yes.
This is probably the closest national forest campground to Yellowstone. Just outside of West Yellowstone. 5 minutes.
Yep.
About a mile of dirt road. Really good gravel road.
Yes. This one you can make reservations too, but you can also just show up and see if they have available sites. We lucked out. We just rode in and one of the camp hosts was just putting a sign up, said a spot was available for 3 days, and she's like, you want it? And the ink wasn't even dry on the paper she put out there. We're like, oh yeah,
it was good.
we want
We
that
got
one.
lucky, and then we ended up switching to another spot right across.
For another 4 days.
For another 4 days. So we ended up staying just outside of Yellowstone for a week. It was great.
With no reservations.
No, shocking. Shocking.
This one is primitive camping with a vault toilet and water.
There is electric sites though, also that you have to reserve. All of the electric sites that we tell you about, if we say it's electric, you usually have to make a reservation. Primitives, first come, first serve.
Yes. Yep. Yellowstone is just amazing and awesome and huge. There's hot springs, there's waterfalls, there's hiking, and there's miles and miles of motorcycle riding. So we spent a whole week there and still didn't see everything. So I'm gonna come back to that one.
Yeah, come back to that one, and there's a lot of unique stuff there too, not just Yellowstone. Our next one is the Badlands. Badlands Dispersed Camping is just outside of the Badlands National Park, and it's on the road from the west side of the Badlands to Wall Drug, basically. There's a long stretch of road, and if you get out to the edge, you can actually kind of look down and look over the edge and look at the Badlands.
So because it's dispersed camping, obviously it's first come, first serve. It's just pick your own site. There's no designated campsites.
No.
That being, there is nothing there. There is no water, no electricity, no toilets, no nada. You pack in, you pack out. And please do, as we did.
Yeah, and you could get water in Wall, which is about 6 or 7 miles away.
Yep. So obviously the Badlands are close by, so you can go and explore that. And then if you want to join the 2+ million people every year that make the pilgrimage to Wall Drug,
you can get your free ice water and 5-cent coffee. 5-cent coffee and free ice water, but $10 donuts.
Yes, you can.
The next one is Great River Bluff State Park in Winona, Minnesota. This has to be one of the prettiest places we've been, because it literally is on the river's bluff, overlooks the Mississippi.
Yes, so you can watch the
It's
boats
beautiful.
and barges go by.
Yep.
Yes. This one you do need to make reservations because it's a state park.
Flush toilets.
It has showers.
Yeah.
Showers, toilets, and water. So there's great places to explore. We ventured out and ate at Muddy Waters for lunch. We also stopped in Stockholm. Remember the pie?
Oh, the pie was delicious.
Yeah, we never filmed it because we got it out and we started eating it. But go to Stockholm and get their pies.
The pie really is the bomb. It really is.
And then the oddity of the area is the rock in the house, which is truly a 55-ton boulder inside a house.
Fell off the bluff, blew into the house.
Yeah, you can stay at that state park and just go explore the area.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, the next one is Shady Creek. Is that what it was called?
It's a Army Corps of Engineers site.
Oh, that's right. And at any of the Army Corps of Engineers sites, if you're over 62, it's half price. So we're not there yet. Almost there. But we got really spoiled with that place because it was, every site is a slab, a concrete slab, and it's super level. Yes. So no need to worry about getting any burrs under your feet or stepping on anything hard.
Level and Ruby or nothing.
None of that. It was just that fast.
I think it was our first concrete level site we had ever camped on, and we were just absolutely in amazement. It
was an inexpensive place, and it was right on the river. Right on the river. A little boat launch, you can kayak there, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Yes. Every site has electricity. They have showers, water, and toilets.
Yeah,
flushing.
And there is a dump station if you have an RV. So there is a dump station at this one too.
Yes. And this one also had tons of places to go ride and explore the area. There was the
grist mill.
The grist mill and Civil War monument. That was amazing, where that family lost 6 of their sons in the Civil War. How heart-wrenching. Yeah. And then the grist mill. So yes, we absolutely loved our time there.
Yep. Okay, the next one is Fort Kaskaskia, just north of Chester, Illinois. Fort Kaskaskia, we got so lucky. There was one other person. There was 3 RVs there. 2 of them were camp hosts.
That weren't there.
Only there on the weekend.
Yeah.
And one other person was there all the way across on the other side. We literally had this place to ourselves.
And it was beautiful.
It was
just
gorgeous there.
Beautiful.
It was very hot when we were there, so you might have heard us say it was hot, but it was beautiful.
Yes.
And the animals and deer were just crazy.
Yeah, and we stumbled across that one just by chance. We were going down the Mississippi River Road looking for a campground, and they had a campground sign on the road
both ways.
Arrows pointing in both directions. Like, well, the Mississippi's to the right, so we're going to stay on the Mississippi side.
That's what we did. Yep.
And so that's what we did.
Lots of things to do. To go see Chester, Illinois. You can see Popeye and all of that.
We did Mary's Covered Bridge. We went into the town of Chester and saw all the characters for Popeye the Sailor Man cartoon. And
she just wanted to see olive oil because she looks like olive oil.
I feel like I'm like, yeah. And then Liberty Bell of the West, which we had never heard of, which was also amazing history.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. A French king gave it to the U.S. a long time ago. That was pretty crazy. I never knew about that one. I thought it was really interesting.
It was very interesting.
The next one is Black River Harbor. And where was it? It was in Michigan?
It was in Ironwood in the Upper
In
Peninsula.
the Upper Peninsula, right on the border as you get into the Upper Peninsula from Wisconsin, if I remember right.
Yeah.
One thing about this site is it looked like it used to have electricity and running water, but it looks like they had a really, really bad flood one time and it wiped out the power supply that they had. That's my opinion, I
Yes,
think.
so it was all primitive.
No
other
water,
than
no
a-
nothing. You
Yeah.
had to go outside the park into, there was a little city park that we could get water and had to make a couple trips for water on that one.
Yes, they did have vault toilets.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Well, there was reservation spots you could get.
Yes,
And there was also first come, first serve.
yes. It's right on the shores of Lake Superior. Great riding, great hiking, lots of waterfalls that you can either ride to and do a quick hike, or you can stay on the trail and hike from waterfall to waterfall, whatever your preference.
I think it was like about a 5 or 8 mile hike to do all of them
Yes.
right there by Ironwood.
Yes, we are going to go to our 2 favorite campgrounds in Utah. And I know there's a whole bunch more, and we're going
Yes.
back to Utah because we missed them all.
The first one is Sand Island, and that
In
was,
Bluff.
pardon me?
It's in Bluff, right outside.
Yeah, right outside of Bluff, right near Mexican Hat and the Forrest Gump Road.
Yes.
That was right in that area, Garden of the Gods. All of that area is where this was at. And there was some really cool petroglyphs, if I remember right.
Yep.
The petroglyphs were right in the campground. We thought it was kind of far down the road. We got on the motorcycle and rode around. And it was like a quarter of a mile.
We could have walked there.
Yeah, we should have walked there, but we did. But anyways, that was great. It was right on the San Juan River.
All first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
And you could watch the rafters go by. You could also do some wading in the river. The fabulous riding, there
Yeah.
was the fabulous Moki Dugway.
Yep,
That-
Moki Dugway.
yeah.
And I
We
took the
took-
Harley up there, and it was no bad. It was not that bad. We went up it.
Yeah.
We didn't come down it with the Harley. We went up it, and then came around the other side. So and it wasn't that bad. It didn't tear up the bike at all.
Yep. And House on Fire. That's
Oh,
a hike.
yes.
You ride back to it, and then you go on a couple mile hike, and that is absolutely stunning. I have never seen anything like that.
So here's the little pro tip. If you go see House on Fire, go at it when the sun is going to be facing it.
Yes.
I can't tell you what
It
direction
depends
is.
on what time of year it is.
Yeah, it depends on what time of the year, because it's the way it's positioned. But when the sun hits it right, the colors, the reds and the whites in that rock, it really does look like this little Adobe Pueblo is on fire on that wall.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
It's beautiful. I think I loved all the riding, but for the sightseeing,
That was
of
a cool one.
That was the best one there.
Yeah.
All right.
And I swear there was a Martian in the petroglyph. One of our favorite places was Goose Island Campground in Moab. Now, we got so lucky with this one.
Yeah.
This is the closest campground outside of Moab on the Colorado. The wall that you look at on this campground, that you're looking at this wall, that is Arches National Park. 600 feet up and over is Arches National Park.
Yep.
So this campground is only a first come, first serve, the whole campground. And we got so lucky, Chris. Remember?
Oh, I know.
We were
I know.
literally like, let's see if there's a spot. And there was this young lady who said, hey, you guys looking for a space? I'm gonna leave in an hour and I don't want anybody hassling me.
Yeah.
So she gave us her spot while she went in town, took a shower, came back, got her camper, gone.
Yeah.
And we had it there for a week. It was wonderful there.
Yeah. See, once you have a spot, you can stay.
14 days.
Yeah. It is primitive camping with just a vault toilet. No water. They're about a mile down the road. There's a natural spring that you can go to fill up your jugs.
I have to say the natural spring is some of the best tasting
Yes.
water I've had.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
And it is a hop, skip, and a jump away from Arches National Park, and then a little further over to Canyonlands. There was also Dead Horse State Park is in that area. We didn't make it there this time, but if you can stay, as long as you want to, just stay, because there's so much riding to do. So Utah is absolutely stunning. I can hardly wait to go back to Utah. We didn't see it all.
Yep.
All right, so that wraps up those. However, don't go, because we have 2 bonus campsites we're going to toss out.
2 of them.
2 of them.
All right, bonus number 1 is Bay Furnace in Munising,
Michigan.
Michigan. We said it right the first time.
You said it right.
Yeah.
Munising. Munising. Mew.
in Munising, and that was a really nice, that was a great place right near Christmas.
Yes, the
Yeah.
town of Christmas. So
The town of Christmas.
you can make reservations there. You can also wander through if they have an open site with nobody that has reserved it. Then it's first come, first serve.
And I believe they have a set amount. There's like 15 sites that are always first come,
Yeah.
first serve, and there's a board that shows you which
Yes.
ones are first come, first serve, so you can't be confused.
Yes. That is a primitive site. It has a vault toilet and water, but nothing else. Bay Furnace is right on the shores of Lake Superior. There's lots of beach walking, beach combing. The crowds are just not there, which is, I think, one of the reasons that Upper Peninsula of Michigan is in our hearts, because we didn't feel like we were having to battle the crowds. We rode to Sioux Locks.
We did.
Yeah.
That was about a 2-hour ride, but we rode to the Sioux Locks, and that was awesome.
Yeah, it's a ride and to go see a destination. I mean, what's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
It's pretty cool. I thought Bay Furnace was cool. I thought the furnace that they had, because there was iron ore,
Yeah.
and all of the slag they would throw back into Lake Michigan, and people were still finding these little glass shards
Yeah.
from things. So even that long ago, it was pretty cool. Yeah. The next bonus campground that we absolutely loved was the Blue Ridge Motorcycle Campground in where else but the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yes.
And that place was awesome.
Yes.
The owner was awesome, dealing with him, and it is strictly a motorcycle campground.
Well, it caters to motorcycles.
Caters
You
to
can
'em.
come in there in a car, but you have to park in a dirt parking lot and then walk all your supplies in. However, as of right now, due to flooding this past year, that campground is closed, and we hope and pray that they will
I
get
hope
it
they get
opened
it open.
real soon, because that's a destination all in
It
itself.
is. Just going to that place, and you can ride your motorcycle in there and camp, and in fact,
Yep.
that's where we found our Ruby. Was what we wanted.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was great.
Yep. So it is first come, first serve. And what the owner said is he will always find room to squish you in. So there's no really designated spots. You just kind of wander around and pick a spot.
And there's a big community fire pit. Everybody pitch in,
Yep.
and
There's
it's awesome.
showers,
Laundry too.
laundry, toilet, water,
hmm
all the amenities. And talk about the riding. Okay, let's talk about the riding. You've got Cherahall Skyway.
You got the
have
Dragon,
The Dragon. You have
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah, and if you hit it in the fall, you have the beautiful
Man.
fall colors. There is so many roads and not enough time.
Man, there's a map out there that has everything on it, and you could literally spend months out there.
Yeah.
Just riding the roads.
All right. We are so glad that we were able to. No, I don't want to say that.
Thanks. I'm kind of simple. Yeah. Yes, and thank you very much. And we always stumble and don't know what to say at the end.
So let's try
So
this
it's kind of
again.
weird. It's
I know.
weird how we get that way.
Let's try that again.
Mm.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Golly.
Man, see, we just can't do it.
So
Okay.
hard.
All right.
No, you can't get
So
up because
thanks.
we
No,
haven't
no,
had
I
a
was
good
just saying.
closing.
I was just saying. I was just gonna say. Thanks. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Come join us on the membership site or hit us up on Patreon.
You'll get updates, more current updates of where we are and what we are currently up to. As you can tell, we are wandering around somewhere with a lake in the background in the middle of winter.
And it's warm because we're in t-shirts.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, we're so glad you're here, and
Thanks for watching, everybody. We really do appreciate it.
yep, we'll see y'all out on the road. Bye now.